Your woman needs to know that you would leave her. Yes, I know, it sounds crazy, but she actually wants to know that you have some sort of standard. She wants to know that you wouldn't just take on any old woman. She wants to know that no matter what, your love for her does not usurp the standards and self respect you have for yourself. And the really shitty part about this is the only way she's going to know that is by testing and pushing to see how far she can get before you say, okay, that's it, we're done. And this is something that a lot of men are not willing to do. This is something that a lot of men fail at. And honestly, it's not some sort of game. It's not some sort of act. If you're true to this, I mean, if you truly have self-respect and you truly carry yourself in a certain way, your woman will naturally know that you would leave her. Everybody in your life should know to some degree that you shouldn't be taken for granted. And you have to be that at your core. It shouldn't be something that you're trying to fabricate or trying to pretend to be. A part of your woman's safety is knowing that if she did a certain thing, you would not stand for that. It lets her know where the bar is at. It gives her clarity. It gives her peace. It lets her know that, okay, if I follow these set things that my man has prescribed for me or prescribed for us, because a lot of times these parameters and these rules are not just for her, they're for you too. For example, if you tell your woman no girls trips, I would assume that you have some sort of level of restrictions or rules for yourself as well. Maybe that's not no guy trips on your end, but maybe that's something parallel that you decide that works for you or you guys came up with. It gives you both clarity. For example, I tell myself that for the rest of my life on average, I'm going to go to the gym on average every other day. So that basically means to me if I miss the gym 2 days in a row, then I have to go on the third day unless it's like a decision where I'm on vacation or something like that. It gives me clarity, it gives me peace. It's not that I always want to go, but it tells me who I am. It tells me where I'm heading. It tells me there's a mission. It tells me there's a goal. It tells me there's a set path prescribed for me that I chose. And it gives me clarity on who I'm supposed to be later on in the future. It's the same thing for your woman. She wants to know that if she raises her voice and slaps you across the face, that you're not going to go for that. So it's going to keep her in a clear state of mind as far as how far she can push things and how far she can't push things. She wants to know that the girls who don't have the discipline to kind of follow your program or fall within you guys' set parameters don't qualify for you, which lets her know that she's special because she has the wherewithal, the patience, the discipline to stick to the path that you guys carved out for yourself and your relationship and your future. The part where most guys fail at this, however, is they fail when they get tested because naturally a woman has to test to see if you're really about what you say you are. And she's not testing on purpose. She's not testing because she wants to test you or she's playing some sort of game with you. Her natural inclination, her femininity wants to see, am I really safe here? Can I really do these things and he would actually leave me? Even to the point where it might take you telling her, okay, it's done. You guys don't talk for a few days. And you telling her, hey, on this date, I would like you to come pack your stuff up. That lets her know that you're serious, you're not playing around. And this is not performative. Unfortunately, it's not. It's being who you are, it's having self respect. Self respect is painful. It should break your heart to have to do that and to end the relationship, but you have to end it because you know you have to respect yourself. You told yourself you were going to do something. You also told her you were going to do something if she did a certain thing. She did it, and you got to do it. Doesn't matter how you feel. A lot of times people don't understand. I don't live my life based on how I feel. My feelings don't matter to me. If my feelings don't even matter to me, imagine how much I care about your feelings. If I don't want to go to the gym, I'm going anyway. If I don't want to fight that dude because he disrespected my family, I'm fighting him anyway. If I don't want to die about my self-respect, it doesn't matter. I'm dying anyway. It's not about my feelings. It's about what I said I was going to do. It's about the fact that there's a God presence who's listening to me. I told him I was supposed to be a certain type of man, and I got to do that. I don't have a choice. There's not an option. So yes, you got to be willing to lose the love of your life. Yes, you do. So yes, you got to be willing to lose your son. Yes, you got to be willing to lose your daughter. You got to be willing to lose your entire family as a man over what you stand for. Most people don't understand that. Most people think that the way you got to do it is to appease to your family and to be nice, gentle, and kind to them all the time. No, sometimes we don't have time for that. Sometimes when my daughter's talking to me about something and we need to get something done, for example, if I tell her, hey, you put our shoes on right now, let's get our shoes and socks on because we're running late, and she starts talking to me about something else, sometimes I got to redirect her and tell her, hey, what matters right now is that we get our shoes and socks on. Nothing else matters right now because the goal is to get to the car in the next 3 minutes. And that's what has to happen. And yeah, she doesn't like the way that sounds or the way it makes her feel because she's a free spirit. She's floating around her mind and this and that and flowers and butterflies. But right now we have a set goal. And you got to be able to run your family the same way. Your woman got to know that you would leave. Or why would she respect you? There's no boundaries. There's no respect there. You have no authority in your household. And that's the issue with marriage and divorce and all these things, is because men feel like they can't walk away from that. I was in a 10-year relationship, 2-3 year marriage. We basically felt like we were married the entire time. And I walked away from that because I didn't have the authority to run my family the way I needed to, so I left. I'm not assuming responsibility for something that I can't control in my own way. And you're supposed to trust your man to control things properly, not with toxic masculinity, not with a boastful attitude, not walking around like I'm the man or none of that. A man leads in quiet silence, wakes up at 5 a.m., goes to the gym while everybody's asleep, comes back home, makes breakfast for his family, if he has the time to, if his schedule permits. A man's supposed to do what he wants, but he's supposed to want, to protect, and to provide, and to love, and to be gentle. He's supposed to want to do that. You can't make him, you can't force him into doing that. Again, your woman's supposed to know you would leave her. She's supposed to know that certain things she does will end this relationship, and you're supposed to promise it to her. I promise you, if you do these certain things, we will have to be done. And I'll cry walking away from you, but I have to end it. And she got to know you mean that in your soul. And it's not about you. It's about divine order. It's about self-respect. It's about respecting the fact that you exist on this planet and the way things are supposed to be done. You don't let people walk over you. You don't let your woman raise her voice at you and demean and disrespect you. You walk away from all of it and you rebuild from the ground up. I left a wife and 2 kids because I needed to do it. And it's not perfect. I sacrificed a lot of things. But today I wouldn't do anything different. And my son and my daughter, they know that. And I was gone from their life for an entire year, a year and a half, fighting, lawyers, lies, custody, all the bullshit, and it was all worth it because I stand on what I believe in. I will not be disrespected by anybody. I will not let somebody run my life how they think they want to. I would rather die. And you got to let your woman know you're not going to do whatever you want to do with me and with my life and with our family, or you can go do what you want to do. She got to know that, and she'll love you for it. She'll respect you for it. And the right woman will stick around and she'll be able to do that with ease and with happiness and a smile on her face because she knows that it's not easy for you either. You also have things that are required of you that are difficult too. It's not all on her. She got to know you're about what you say you're about. You guys are weak, a lot of you. I'm not speaking to you in particular, but I'm saying as a man, you know if you fold and you let your woman run your life. You know if she knows you would never leave her. You probably tell her things like, I would never leave you no matter what you do. That's soft because you would, and you're a liar if you say that. There's always a thing that a woman would do that you would leave if she did it. You just don't know what it is yet because you're just not thinking hard enough. You just don't know what it is yet because you don't self-assess. You're not a deep thinker. Everybody got one, but it shouldn't be that hard. If she cheats on you, you should leave. If she puts her hands on you, you should leave. Those are 2 things that every man should leave over. Find yours.